everyone. I have been asked quite a few questions about Usborne Books for mindfulness or meditation. So I have a separate video that I'm doing about how I teach mindfulness to children, and I wanted to just let you know some of the books that I would use. A lot of the books that I use are not very specific instruction based, because I prefer to tailor my instructions specific to the clients that I'm with. So if I have a younger client or an older client, it's not going to look exactly the same. And often if I'm doing a meditation, a guided meditation, I will walk them through it step by step, encouraging the breathing, encouraging the sensory awareness, the use of the senses, so that they know how to do it for themselves, so that I can ensure that they are doing it correctly and that they have all the elements that they need. Each child is going to struggle with different parts, and so that looks a little different depending on who I'm working with. But there are a lot of books that I just love to use. So for older kids, for adults, the coloring books, the adult coloring books are fantastic. The mandala books are great. There is a mandala coloring book that I would encourage clients to just sit and color, to take that moment to be really present with the colors in the box that they're using. Any of the coloring books are great for that kind of thing, regardless of age. For a guided meditation specifically, there is a new book out called Peek into Nature. There are also some fantastic pop-up books that look at gardens and fields and flowers. When I do a meditation, we will say, pick a location that you want to go to that would be a safe place for you. Now, you can't have a book that covers everything, so I would get a variety. I have some books about the beach, I have some books about the forests, the woodland areas. There are some great books that look at gardens and fields and flowers. So those kinds of books are good to help children think about what they would have in their safe place, what it would look like, what the trees would look like. And so I'll use those books for those kinds of purposes. Any book that is about a place can really be used to help with guided meditation. So I will have, for example, I had a teenager once who told me that his safe space was at a rave in the heart of the city. So we couldn't really look at mountains and forests and fields, but for him we were able to actually use a children's book that looked at city life, and then he could really bring the image in his mind to life. So that was a really helpful book. For yoga, for example, if you're talking about tree pose, there's this wonderful new book called Look Inside a Tree. And this book is really great for little kids. I would teach the pose by having them look through the book and understand the strength of the tree, the root system, really kind of getting them connected to what does it mean to be strong like a tree, and then see if that can help to improve their pose. Similarly with the animal poses, there are animal books that we have, and I would do a similar thing. So we would look at a cat or a tiger and then really get into those cat stretches, and some of those cobra poses, for example. Those kinds of books where children actually learn a little bit about the animals can enhance their ability to be that animal, to channel the strength and the spirit of that animal. Lastly, I think the journaling books, all of the journaling books are really good to help with mindfulness. It creates a presence, so look around you, what do you see, what do you smell? Connecting kids to their senses can be really good. For children who are in that 8, 9, 10 age range, I may actually even look through one of the body books with them and look at the senses and how they work. This can also help kids who are struggling with anxiety when their fight or flight reflex kicks in. Why does everything feel so bright? What is happening to your senses? Really connecting them and grounding them can happen with a bit of knowledge. And Usborne Books are really great for that, because the bright, colorful pictures, the way the books are presented, just makes it really easy for kids to visualize and understand and see it for themselves. And I really believe that connecting children to the biology behind it can make a big difference. Helping them to understand why this particular strategy is useful makes a huge difference to them in terms of their ability to actually implement the strategies that you're teaching them correctly. I hope that helps. You can go online, here, check it out, and order a bunch for yourself. If you have any other questions, let me know. Thanks. Have a good night.